Hey, it's Barry here with Hooked on Headwaters, and we're going to go ahead and do a review on a new reel that I just got in. It's the Kastking Megajaws Elite, and this has the flipping switch option. So what got my attention was the flipping switch option, which I haven't seen very often. It used to be more popular back in the day. I know Lew's has a one reel that has that on, and a couple others, but you know, when you're on Facebook, you see different reels coming down the line, and it's like, yeah, let me check this one out. So it is $139. I bought it straight from Kastking. They didn't send it to me, give it to me for free. I paid it out of, you know, my money. So I'm going to give you an honest review on this thing. I'm going to unbox it. Yes, I already opened it that far and went and opened the box long enough to see that there was actually a reel in here, but that's as far as I've gone with this thing. So I am giving you first impressions on here. It comes in your standard cardboard box. I'm not going to get overexcited about that. I know a lot of people are like, wow, the box is really nice. Who cares? You don't fish with the box, you fish with what's inside. So I'm going to drop my glasses down so I can see here. So inside, this is how it comes in the box, and that is the reel. It's kind of a, looks like a silvery kind of black. We'll go ahead and pull it out here. Yep, kind of a blackish silver. It's right off the bat, really a light reel, really light reel. I have a Shimano that I use that I think is a little bit heavier than this one. This one's very, very light. Rest of the box, let's see what's underneath. Plastic, and some paperwork, your usual expected stuff. Not sure what this is. I'll have to look into that later. Of course, we get a Kastking sticker. I like stickers. And just some basic paperwork. Looks like a breakdown of the reel by parts. So if it ever comes apart on you, you'll know what you got to do. So let's throw that back in the box because that really doesn't matter. So checking out the reel, first impressions. These handles feel pretty good. They're kind of a, I don't know, almost have kind of a velvety texture to them. They're kind of a foam, but a real hard foam, but like it's real, feel good in the hand. Reel spins real nice and free. Of course, they always do when they're brand new, so we're gonna have to put this thing to the test. Drag is a star drag there. I'm gonna point that there to the camera. You can see it has more of a, almost like a ninja star, like a throwing star I used to have when I was a kid. But it's nice and smooth. It clicks along the way, so I kind of like that. For the line tensioner on the side here, that has the same clicking sound, so you can really dial that thing in, click by click. And then on this side, we've got our overall magnetic drag tightener, and that clicks as well. This is supposed to be a reel that you cannot backlash if it's set properly, so we're going to put that to the test in the follow-up video to this. So right now we're going to go ahead and just kind of go through this reel. Let's check the click. It looks like the flipping switch, the flipping option is on. So what basically happens, if you're not familiar with these, when you hold the button down to cast, you're going to go ahead and flip, let your thumb off of your line, and then when it hits where you want, just let off on your thumb, and the spool is already engaged. It's ready to go. So that way, if a fish hits on the way down, you're not trying to fumble around and get over to here and click it in and all that kind of stuff. I think it'd be a pretty neat option. I don't know. We'll see how it is when we get on the water. You know, again, this was a popular option back in the day, and then they kind of went away. Don't know why. Maybe because they're not so user-friendly, but that's exactly why we're testing this reel out. Taking this flipping switch off of here, looks like it goes that way. Now we're back to our standard click, cast, and go ahead and turn the handle to go ahead and close the reel off. So smooth as can be. I like the feel. Everything is real light. We'll see how it is when it gets on a rod. So I'm going to go ahead and first impressions, seems nice. Quality, it's, you know, it sounds like more of a plastic on this outside, but it's real durable. It's not cheap. Nothing feels cheap about this at all. Looks like aluminum spool. So at this point, I can only say, yeah, everything looks great until we put it to the test. And just another couple features I want to talk about here real quick is the fact that there is 11 ball bearings in here. Now, you know, 11 ball bearings is what it is. I don't think we know the difference if there was 10 or 9 or 12 or 15, but 11, it's what it is. Makes it real smooth on the retrieve, real smooth on the reel. So we'll, again, everything I'm talking about now, we're going to put it to the test out on the water to see how things hold up. Another thing that I found that was really user-friendly, for lack of a better word, is to open up and access your spool right on the side of this top piece here. There's just a little button that just pops down, and up pops the side of the spool. This is, of course, where you're going to set your overall braking system. And then inside you have direct access to your spool, which has, it automatically prevents you from backlashing. And these little pieces, Dave can zoom in there on these, there's 4 pieces here, and somehow they expand out and they close back in as it feels what's going on with the line. It's a patented deal with these guys, and it's supposed to be really effective in keeping you from backlashing, and I'm anxious to put that to the test. So again, easy spool in, spool out, just drop it in, it's right in place, drag your side piece back in. Once you have it just push down in, you just take that little knob on the side and close it, and it's locked in place. So really nice, easy access to the spool and inside. Move on to spooling up this reel. I'm going to go ahead and we're going to put 40-pound braid on here. I don't like to go too heavy. I know a lot of guys like 50, 60, but since this is going to be more of an all-purpose general use reel, I'm going to go with 40. I think that's still plenty enough to pull if I'm not pulling 30-pound bass out of the hydrilla. And if I get into trouble with a big one in there, I'll just motor over to it and jump in if I need to. I don't care. So we're going to go ahead again, jump over, and we're going to go ahead and show you how to properly spool a Baitcaster reel.
Hey everyone, Dave here from On Headwaters, and for this portion of the video, I'm going to show you how I load up a Baitcaster. So I start by using some backing. For backing, I use monofilament, so something that's cheap, something everyone probably has lying around. Any size will do. 10, 12, 15-pound braid. Again, all you want is that base here, so the braid has something to kind of bite into. You don't want it biting into the spool itself. Some people say it may cause damage. I don't know about that, but I like having that base. 2 reasons. It also saves me money. I don't have to put a whole wad of whole roll of expensive braid on the reel. So what I start out by doing a simple overhead knot. I ran the line through the guide under the spool. Simple overhead knot. You know, this may be difficult for some to see. Overhead knot, just cinch it down, and then you do cinch that down, and then you do a double overhead knot on the line. Just right on the line. That's 1. You can see that. And then I do another one. Mr. Bird's up there singing a song. Bring that through. That's 2 overhead knots. See that? And then I just cinch those down. Bite it. That's it. It's nice and snug. Just cinches on that first knot. Nice and snug. Not too bulky. I clip the tag in there, and I'm ready to put the base of mono on there. So this is my homemade line spooler. This is actually a product, was originally from a product Berkeley sells. It fell a few times, came apart, so I just took a 2x4, screwed this piece down, and took the spool holder and attached it here, and it's a simple setup here. Option 2 to have your buddy use the old pencil and put a pencil through the spool and just apply a little pressure so the line goes on taut. Now, I can apply pressure with this and begin spooling that. Okay, so putting on the mono as backing, you'll notice that I've got the mono coming over the top. This is really important, and you want the mono coming across and being loaded in the same direction. If you don't do that, you will get a lot of line twist. So in other words, you don't want the mono coming from underneath and then going over the top of the spool when you reel it in. That's going to just twist up your line and going to give you make for a bunch of headaches. So going to load up the backing. Again, I'm using, I think this is 12-pound mono, and if you're going to load it up with mono or fluorocarbon, I would just keep putting it on till you get to about the 16th inch, maybe an 1/8 inch from the top of the spool. And normally the spools will have some sort of indicator there. This one has a gold line, so you don't want to go past that, or else you're going to wind up with a lot of wind knots and more twists. So I put that base on. In this case, I'm going to put the braid, and that should be enough for backing there. Again, I just want a good base there that this braid can bite into. So I'm going to cut the mono, and the way I attach the braid is I use a double uni knot. So if you don't know how to tie a uni knot, there's probably 300 videos on this, but basically it'll be 2 loops, and you wrap the line, the braid line, and the mono in this case, under each other, creating these coils, and you pull them together. So here's my mono, my backing. I'm going to create this loop here. I'm going to give myself enough line on the opposite end to create a second loop. So you're going to have one going this way and then one going this way. Now if I'm fishing, I use the same knot to tie on leaders onto I may tie a fluorocarbon to the braid. This is the knot I use. The FG knot is another great knot. I'm a kayak fisherman. I can tie this on really quick, but for tying on knots, I recommend that the FG knot is a stronger knot, but this is a lot more convenient. But anyway, I put 5 loops. That's all you need for these purposes. Singe that up, and that's the braided the line end. Make sure that's nice and straight. Don't tighten it just yet. Lubricate that a little. Now I go to the other end. I'm taking now the mono and looping that under the braid. And here I go, about 5 loops. Four, 5. Singe that. I'm in Florida. It's really humid out. Tough time gripping these lines. Okay, I bring that together. A little lubricant, and then just make sure this knot is nice and smooth, and bring those together. And these are going to the pressure will cinch those together, make it nice and a nice secure knot. Cut off the tag end. Here's the braid. Here's the mono or my backing. And now I can begin spooling on the braid. This is, straighten that out. Again, if you've got a buddy, you can hold the spool with a pencil, apply a little pressure. Otherwise, use this little contraption here, and that's it. And now I'm putting on the braid. Simple as that. Now I'm going to put enough braid here to cover the spool up to that 1/8 inch or maybe 16th inch from the top of the rim of the spool itself. Not the reel, but the spool itself. And that's it, folks. Simple as that.
Okay, folks, the last piece of the puzzle, since we've got the new Kastking Megajaws Elite reel here, we went ahead and put 40-pound braid on it, and the last step, of course, is to match it up with a rod. Now, matching reels and rods is up to your own discretion. Everybody has things that they like. This combo is going to be general purpose. I'm going to do everything from a little bit of flipping to worming to everything in between, crankbaits, chatterbaits. So I just want an all-purpose, all-around good rod to hook it up with. So I went ahead and paired it up with the Halo HFX series medium heavy fast action rod, 7'3", which I like. It's a great length for me. Got plenty of tip sensitivity with these rods. There's you got finger sensitivity on the blank right here behind the reel, so you can really feel the action that's going on underwater, you know, while you're working your lure or working your bait. So this is the combo we went with. Just to give you a quick illustration here, I think Dave can probably get this. For the flipping mechanism, all you're basically doing, and this is kind of, you know, if you've never seen it, it's kind of unique. All you're doing is you depress the button just like you would do for every other bait caster out there. Depress it, let the bait go, and when you let off, it locks, it goes ahead and locks in the reel, the same as if you turn the handle, right? So I haven't had a chance to really put this to the test yet out on the waters yet. We're going to do that in part 2 of this video, but from what little bit I've tried it here in the pool, I really like it so far. Otherwise, you take it out of flipping mode and it operates just exactly like any other bait caster. Just down it goes until you click the reel over. So you have both options. So I'm anxious to get out there and really put this Kastking to a test and see how it works with the flipping mode on. I know it's going to do really well with this Halo HFX rod, and I'm going to go ahead and probably the first things I'm going to be doing is out there flipping with it, obviously, since that was the whole point of getting this reel, so I could try out the flipping option. So I'm going to go ahead and use a Freedom Baits flipping jig. This one is a 1/2 ounce or 5/8 I think. It's pretty heavy, and then I match it up with a B-Bug net bait with a little bit of red in it. So we're going to see how that combination works out there on the lake. So that's going to wrap up this video. If you've got any comments, anything you want to, go ahead. If you have this Kastking reel, comment below. Let us know what you think of it. If you've tried the reels that have the jig or the flipping option on it, let us know what you think of them. If you want to check them out, you know, just go ahead and go to, I bought this straight from Kastking. You know, we paid money out of our own pocket. We're not sponsoring anything by them. But if you do want to pick up anything on the HFX, the Halo rod, or anything having to do with their line of baits, be it net baits, be it Freedom, set the hook, whatever it might be, bounce on over to AmericanBaitWorks.com. Make sure you use the coupon code Headwaters 15. That's going to give you 15% off of your purchases. I think it's free shipping over 50 bucks. Is that right, Dave?
50, 100 bucks.
50, 100 bucks. Yeah, just buy enough to make it free shipping. It makes it worth it. Okay. All right, folks. So that's going to do it for this video. Thank you all very much for watching. Again, comment down below. Give us a thumbs up if you like the video, and look for video 2 of this series where we actually get this out on the lake, put it to the test so you can see how well or not well this rod and reel combo works out. So thanks a lot. See you in the next video.